Welcome back to Inside Sources. Today, in commemoration of the Eid al-Kabir, we are opening the show with a discussion with the National Chief Imam of the Adeyemi Islamic Society, that is National Chief Imam Fuad Adeyemi. We're going to be talking about the celebration, which is actually something that has to do with sacrifice, and also he will be commenting on the 2 years of the president. I'd like to welcome back to Inside Sources Imam Fuad Adeyemi. Imam, welcome back.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful.
Yeah, so Eid al-Kabir.
Eid al-Kabir, Eid al-Mubarak, yes.
Exactly. Can you quickly just educate us? So I was reading up on the celebration. I think it's the El-Adha.
El-Adha.
And it speaks about
sacrifice.
That is also a celebration of sacrifice. So I wanted us to start this conversation from there.
Well, thank you so much. And I want to appreciate the work which you are doing and making our country to be better. I think we thank you and we appreciate you for this.
Thank you so much, Imam.
The celebration of Eid al-Adha, to us as Muslims, you know, everything about Islam is about direct command from God. Eid al-Adha, it is a celebration of sacrifice, which also it is how do I call it? Ibadah. It is also worship of Allah. So every aspect of the life of a Muslim is about worship. Eid al-Adha is the largest, the greatest, the biggest celebration in Islam. The Prophet ﷺ told us that the Muslim, you have two celebrations. The one is Eid al-Fitr, that is after Ramadan, and the second and the largest one is Eid al-Kabir, which is Eid al-Adha. And what is Eid al-Adha? Where did he get that name? It came from the sacrifice of our great-grandfather, Abraham, and Ibrahim to us, and Abraham to the and if you also know, Abraham is like the father of the three main religions, that is Judaism, Christianity, Islam. I call them the JCI. So the Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Wow. So the three of them came from Sayyidina Ibrahim, alayhi salatu wasalam. This is Abraham.
This is a very educative aspect that I have even benefited from. But I wanted to also ask you that in our relationship among each other, you know, among our neighbors, between ourselves, and then between government and the people, can we say that we observe this level of sacrifice? Okay. Or even comparative, especially between the government. Can we say that our leaders are actually sacrificing as leaders?
Let me also start from that story. When Abraham, Sayyidina Ibrahim, was one of the things he did that God granted his prayer was that he received two visitors, two strange visitors. Those ones just entered his house and they were looking one guy. Abraham said, now call his wife, please, can we get food for these young people? Yeah. They rallied around, and they got food for them. When they gave them food, they told them, so we are not human beings, we don't eat. Wow. Because of that, those one also helped Ibrahim to tell God to give them a good child. And one of the reasons why Allah answered their prayer is the taking care of those visitors. Yeah. Those, not visitors, that's strangers. Now, I want to pick up from there. You are in a position of authority. When I mean position of authority, in whatever position you find yourself, the moment you get there, you change your phone numbers. People that usually reach you cannot really reach you. Even when you don't phone, yes, they know you are busy. They call you 20 times. You cannot even reply, even at the end of 1 month. No matter how busy you are, I don't think it's worth it. People that you have been working together, eating together, sacrificing together, you are there now, you think the level has changed. I always tell people, very soon, the forest will be too small for a lion. So when we now say we live together as human beings, and we call ourselves men of God or women of God, we go to churches, we go to mosque, and your next person around you is not happy with you or cannot be praying that you are around. For example, one of the rules of Islam, when you are living in a compound, if you are coming with a lot of food or a lot of good items for your children, If you will not give other children, you should not allow them to see it. That is the rule in Islam. When you are bringing it out, if you are not ready to give to other people, they must not see it when you are taking it in.
Interesting.
And when you are cooking soup in your house and the aroma is coming out, in Islam, you are encouraged to add more water so that those who are perceiving it, you should give them from the soup which you are cooking. That is the rule of Islam.
To make it bigger.
To make it bigger so that people around
can share
from it. But unfortunately, like I discussed with some people, devil has taken over most people's hearts. They give you food, you say it's from the devil, and you threw it away. It will not want to give you again.
Yeah.
And people don't know when you give gifts. And what gifts used to do is that it promotes love.
Yeah.
If, let's assume, your messenger in the office just come now, he give you 1 pen and it's 3 naira, and say, oh, guy, I give you this. You'll be looking at this pen as if it is angel.
Yeah.
No matter how small, you will not even like to give it out to anybody.
Yeah, you want to keep it.
You want to keep it that this is something from my boy.
True.
These are the things many of us don't know. I remember I've always been telling the story of a woman in front of my house. She gave us food during Christmas. She's a Christian. And when I came back home, my people gave me, I ate it, we finished it. I said, let me go and fight the woman that gave us. I said, madam, what kind of food are you giving us? The one was afraid because they know as a big imam during Christmas. I said, you know we are plenty in our house. The food you gave us was too small. We need more, ma. She couldn't believe it.
Imam, you have food now.
No, the impression was that I will not eat, the Muslim will not eat the food of the Christian because they are doing Christmas. I say, Quran tells me that the food of the Christian is halal for me and my food is halal for them. If I give him doesn't eat, that's his own cup of tea, but give me, I will eat, and I will still ask for more.
Wow. Interesting. That's a very powerful one. But because of our time,
the issue of the government and the led now, I pity the people in position of authority. Because the position of authority is taking the seat of God. When you take the seat of God on a particular group of people and you do not do the right thing, the Prophet ﷺ tells us that anybody who is in a position, he did not struggle to make the people he's leading, to make their life better. He's just taking care of himself. He said he will not have the fragrance of paradise. Talk less of entering it. So, the people in position of authority will know that they will claim they are doing this, they are doing that. Nobody can argue with anything which they are doing. But me, I want to see it. Is there anybody or ordinary person that does not have access to government, does not have access to those who are in government, claim to have gotten those things which they claim they are giving, they are doing? This is the question I always ask those who are in position of authority. So let me advise you. The positions you are holding, wallahi, it is temporary. When they want to deceive you, they say it's a permanent secretary. You will show me any secretary that has been permanent before they born your father.
Exactly.
It is a deceit.
Yeah, there's nothing
when they say permanent, what is permanent in secretary? If your age did not remove you, the number of service will remove you. Yeah. If those one does not remove you, health will remove you. If health does not remove you, death will remove you. So what is permanent in whatever you think you have gotten? And I'd always tell them, the moment you get to a position, prepare for the day you are going to sit on a visitor's chair in that same position. Office. Because for sure, you are going to sit on a visitor's chair. How do you want to be received should determine the way you should handle those offices when you are there.
Thank you so much, Imam. Last question, because of our time. The president has spent 2 years, not just the president or the governors, since May 29, 2023. But since we are in Abuja, let's talk about the president. How do you assess, what we have seen in this country in the last 2 years under the presidency of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Well, I will talk based on what I've seen. I will not talk based on what I've read or what I've heard people saying. You said, let's start from Abuja. Sincerely, Abuja has transformed. But you can ask under which costs. Notwithstanding, I can authoritatively tell you that Abuja has really, really improved.
In terms of the roads.
So many infrastructures have been there. And there's one thing that I love that is happening, although it affects me personally, but I really love it. People must pay for what they are using. You have people who have gotten houses, they are paid 100 million, 10 million, or something. They have not paid 1 naira to government. So, sincerely, I love that. I'm sorry.
No, but that's right.
Because
it's not free.
It's not free. Yeah. I want something to be organized.
And these are rich people, by the way. Anyway.
By the way, well. So, for that, to me, I will give the government kudos for this. But we look, if you notice, nobody can tell you it's comfortable now. Perhaps government has a good intention with the policies that are put in place, but the palliatives that need to cushion the effects of what the current policy by the government, if at all government has put it in place, it has not been enough. Or if it is enough, it has been cornered by a group of people who are close to government. So I think government should do something. No, people on the streets, we don't want to read anything in the newspaper. We don't want to hear the World Bank something. What we can read is, am I eating well? Am I not eat well? Am I averagely being fed?
Yeah.
My children, can they go to school averagely? I'm not saying private school now. Government school that I can afford. Are they giving me what I need?
Can I get
basic health care? Those are the answers. Those are our own marking scheme. It is not World Bank. It is not any English or any organization that will now be telling us we are doing. Yes, no argument. But an average person on the streets, what are we experiencing? Me, I can tell you authoritatively. At times I run away from the mosque because of the demand of people.
I mean, I heard that you actually had to feed about 3,000 people for doing this
yes, during this Salah, in the mosque. We do not only feed 3,000 people, 3,000 people on Salah day. We also slaughter rams. You can come, if you don't slaughter animal in your house, you can come to the mosque and come and take as much as we could afford at any given time. Even currently, it's still ongoing. Although we have many people that trusted us and supported us, brought this thing, but we make sure that it goes round to as many people as possible. So I can tell you authoritatively that I relate with people. I am not the type that it is what we read on read the newspaper on television. That's what we talk about alone. No, I live with it. I experience it. I touch it, and it touched me. So I can tell you authoritatively that people are really suffering, and government need to do something to cushion the effect of this thing, the policy which they are doing. So
specifically, what do you think government should do? Now, like you said, there's quite a bit of suffering, and like you said too, we don't have a problem with the policy because we all seem to agree that, well, look, we got to do it. I mean, remove subsidy, for instance. But the impact on the people is too greatly. So what do you think government can do? If you have any idea, Imam. If you see the president, what will you ask him? That, please, Mr. President, do this.
Probably from where I'm coming from, I'm a religious person. And I've seen religion working in my life. Then besides Nigeria, whether we like it or we don't, or we continue to deceive ourselves, the determinant factor in almost everything which we do is religion. Whether you like it or not, we can continue to deceive ourselves. We can continue to pretend. We can continue to assume. I know a day will be a day we'll have a government that will listen to us that religion plays a prominent role.
Okay,
let me give you an example.
Yes.
During COVID-19, government was giving palliative. People were not seeing that palliative until when it was given to CAN, to Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. It is then an average person on the streets, they could say that we have gotten what government is giving to us.
Point. So the religious groups and organizations, they are close to the people. So they can help the government to reach the people.
The politician, I'm sorry, and even the traditional rulers, but most traditional rulers, they are also doing like religious people. What I mean is, traditional rulers and religious people, they are the closest because people can ask them questions.
Yes.
They won't go to anywhere. But politicians,
when they have a need, it is to the religious leaders and their traditional that they go to. Although politicians also say that
they go to them. And because they know that what belongs to us is in their hands.
True.
So that is why they go there. Even if I have the opportunity, I will go and meet them because we know our things is in your hand.
Exactly. Our commonwealth
It's in your hand. So if government were to evolve a functioning religious organization,
right,
governments need to put eye on religious organizations. You know, I've been saying it.
Yeah.
Until when we get, we should use what we have to get what we want.
So essentially you're saying that the government should use religious leaders and organizations to reach the people.
To reach the people.
That's what you're saying.
To reach, if you, let's say you give to the CAN has five blocks.
Blocks, yeah.
You give to CCN, for an example, no church will corner it because everybody knows at least 15 churches will be benefited.
Yeah.
You give it to PFN,
right,
at least 15 of them who are members of the PFN will benefit. Nobody can corner it. No matter how anybody is cheating it, it will go down a bit.
Thank you so much, Imam for Adeyemi, for coming to Inside Sources. Thank you for the work that you do in the community. Thank you for your role as a religious leader.
Thank you so much, sir.
I was there with you,
yes,
actually, during the Ramadan to distribute food to the people. So I'm a witness to your impact in the community.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
I'm very grateful.
And thank you for coming again to Inside Sources.
Thank you, sir.
All right.